Obviously, it's a big week for us. Getting ready to practice here at 3. We'll watch the little tape in West Virginia and then practice. You know, walked through them a little bit yesterday, watched tape at Vanderbilt, watched the tape of Vanderbilt game just to get that behind us. And now it's on to West Virginia. We got a great opportunity. Obviously, they're very good. Whether you play them neutral, home, road, they're very good. They're very tough. They do what they do. And so we've got to be very good tomorrow night, and I'm expecting us to play really well.
How do you break their press?
I mean, it's relentless. They change it up a lot of different times. The thing is sometimes they may come trap you, sometimes they may not. Sometimes they may let you bring it up and try to get you in the half court. I think the biggest thing that you have to do to make sure, the teams that have beat them, Texas Tech, Oklahoma, teams like that in our league is, they've had a low number of turnovers. You got to take care of the ball. You can't let them dominate you on the glass. And then you got to keep them off the free throw line. You got to try to get to the free throw line. But the biggest way to break the press is just making sure you guys are in the right spots. Spacing, not bringing too many people to the ball, but just keeping them spaced as best you can. And then you got to be strong with the ball and meet passes and do the fundamental stuff as well. But I think spacing and just making yourself available, I think, are probably the two biggest things.
To go back to Saturday when you rewatched it, what stood out to you overall, and specifically that stretch where you're up 11 to down 14 in, I think, 15, 16 minutes?
Well, up 11, I think it got to, I charted those 8 possessions where it was 26-20 to the end of the half offensively, and I'm pretty tough on whether it was good offense or bad offense, and then really we had 8 possessions, and we had 2 bad possessions. We missed some threes that we make. Monte hit Darryl with a pass that you hope he catches and finishes that. We turn that over. Merle had an offensive rebound put back, and he passes it to Donovan. And, we had some plays like that to where, maybe you're at 39, and now it's 39-30 going into the half. Because in that stretch, we just didn't defend them as well, and they started making shots and getting some things in transition, and so we go in the half tied. But the biggest thing, I think, in the second half is just the energy we defended them with wasn't very good. And then that, bad defense, leads to a slow offense. And we had 4 guards out there a lot, and it's been good for us at times, but it also can be a hindrance to us at times when we're not moving the ball and just trying to go one-on-one. And so that's got to be if we have 4 guards out there tomorrow, you're going to attack a lot against their pressure. But that was really the biggest thing. I mean, you watch the tape, the Vanderbilt game really makes you sick because, it's just when you break down good offense and poor offense, and you break down good defense and poor defense, it's like 2 different teams, and we just got to get consistency.
You mentioned after the game that stretch where you kind of had a funky lineup on there when you rewatched it. Did you like what you got there, or was that maybe
in the first half?
Yeah, where Monte was on the bench.
Yeah,
like 5
it was actually, we missed it. Donovan had a wide open 3 to go up 9. That shoot, I'll live with that every day of the week. It wasn't as bad as I thought in watching the tape. It really was. Like I said, Donovan misses a wide open 3. Burt misses a wide open 3 at the top of the key. Matt Thomas misses a wide open 3. We have 2 layups that we got to finish and make that we don't. And like I said, then we had 2 bad possessions. And so it's just defensively. Then they started, because they missed some early, like we missed some. But then they started making shots, and we didn't defend it the same way. You watch us hedge a ball screen the right way and then not hedge a ball screen. It's just that's consistency and focus. And we know what to do. It's just can we do it consistently? And that's what's frustrating as a coach, that you've got to do a better job of making sure they are more consistent.
You've played 3 number 1s this year now that Gonzaga's up there. What do you take anything away from that, or your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, it's the one good thing is if you just kind of look at the overall picture, we're playing one of the toughest schedules in the country. Our league obviously helps that a lot, but and then you throw Gonzaga into the non-conference and Cincinnati into the non-conference. And you look at the way you lose by 2, you have the ball up 2 with 18 seconds, and we can relive all these games. But the thing it tells you is that when we play the right way and we're consistent with our effort defensively to where we can play in transition and we're not just walking it up, that we can be very, very good. And we've had some good wins. And we've got a chance here the last 10 games of the season to get a couple more. Just to piggyback on that Vanderbilt game, when we ran half-court offense, we charted it. We were 18 for 27. We ran offense. When we didn't run offense, we were 5 for 16. And then all the other points were in transition. And so we've just got to do a better job of doing what we're supposed to do. And if we do that, we'll be fine. But, it just, you can say it gives you confidence, but also the competitiveness in you, it frustrates you too, because it's Kansas by 4, it's Gonzaga by 2, it's Cincinnati by 2, it's Baylor up 2, with 2 minutes to go, miss a front end of a 1-and-1 to go up 4, lose by 2. It's frustrating too, because those are a couple that are just would be obviously monster wins.
When you say don't run offense, I'm curious, is that you or Monte call a play and somebody breaks off it, or they're just coming in and getting into actions that kind of break down?
Just either breaking things off too quick, or just when we're in our 4-out dribble, just instead of moving the ball, just breaking the principle of what we're doing.
How big is this week, given you're going to be an underdog twice, where maybe you have to circle the wagons, because if you go 0-2 or you go 2-0, people will either be screaming or saying you guys are, a top 10 team, and maybe guys' heads get inflated. How important is it to either way to keep the noise?
Everybody. And I've stopped reading 90% of the stuff, because if you
So
win,
good, though.
if you win, you're a good coach. If you lose, you're, I'm the worst coach that's ever been in here. So what we need to do today is have a great practice. And I was texting with Naz on the way over here, about the opportunity we have tomorrow. But we got today right now, and we got to have a great practice. We didn't practice well leading up to Vanderbilt. We practiced really well leading up to Kansas State. And so I think you build habits. And so today, that's all we're focusing on. And then we'll shoot around tomorrow, and then it's West Virginia. But obviously, the scheme of it. It is a big week. But we got to try to take care of West Virginia first. It's a great opportunity to be a great environment, but we got to play all 40 minutes to beat them.
Does that stuff ever seep into your guys' practice, or to the locker room? The outside noise, is that hard to keep out, or does it affect anything, or do we make too big a deal about it?
You'd have to ask the players that. I talk to them. I used to have a saying, "Eyes up," that I used to. And it really is, it's more about when you're having success is keep your eyes up and not listen to all the things, but you can use it in, not that we're not having success, but it's, we're kind of like 2 games and then boom, then we look bad for a little bit. Then we're 2 games good and we look bad for a minute. But to keep your eyes up and focus on what we're trying to do, and, you can't listen to all that, These players have won a lot of games. I've been a part of some good things, and so we've just got to do what we do, because when we do that, people see that we've got a good team. And so, it's funny, some of the things you hear and read, and that's why, you try to stay away from it as much as you can, because my focus needs to be being as positive and as clean, free-spirited with these guys as I possibly can. But we got great leadership, Naz. They understand what tomorrow's about. They understand that you better have some toughness to you if you're going to beat West Virginia. I'm excited about the game. It's going to be a great atmosphere. It's a great opportunity. I don't know what West Virginia's ranked today. I haven't looked. 7. This is a great opportunity for us and our team to take a big, big step. And, we've been close in a couple big games this year, and it's time for us to knock one down.